Hi guys, how's it going? This is Motivated Rosetta coming to you all today on this beautiful, lovely day. As you all can look around, it's so beautiful out here. I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you all about loving your enemies and loving your haters and learning to embrace your enemies and learning to embrace um, your haters. I want you to understand it's very necessary that you don't fight back with your enemies, that you don't fight back with your haters, because when you fight back with your enemies and when you fight back with your haters, you only tend to antagonize them and make the situation worse than what it actually is. So therefore, the harder you push, the harder they push. The harder they push, the harder you push. The harder you push, the harder they push. Learn to love your enemy. There's an old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, then the enemy outside cannot harm you. And it's very necessary to understand that your enemies are only there to take you to deeper depths and higher heights. Your enemies are there to take you to the next level. And once you understand that your enemies are there to bless you, then from that point on you can rise up high. My enemies have only made me stronger, only made me wiser, and only have made me smarter, guys. Excuse me. So I really want you to understand how to appreciate your enemies and how to appreciate your haters. I never will forget this story in my life. I was at a certain event and someone was very, very, very hateful toward me and mean toward me. And I was at this event, and a couple days passed by later. I seen them somewhere else, and it was pouring down, raining outside, and I was sitting in my vehicle. It was just pouring. I mean, it looked like a storm was going to come through there. And the winds was blowing. I mean, it was horrible. So I didn't get out of my car, but I was trying to flag them down. And I was trying to wave them down, let them know that they had dropped something very valuable to themselves. But they didn't pay me any attention. So I thought, well, if I get out, I'm putting myself in danger. I'm going to get wet. I can hurt myself. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to watch it. And if someone comes toward their wallet, I just have to jump out on the limb and just jump out there and do it. But I'm not going to do it if I don't have to. So when the people I was around with, when they came out, so I asked them, I said, pick that up. And I said, pick that up. And so they picked it up. And then when they picked it up off of the ground, all their valuables, information was in there. They had money in there. They had driver's license. They had credit card. All the information was in there. Now, let me remind you, this is the same person who was very hateful to me and rude to me and mean toward me for no reason at all. No reason at all. Right then and there, I had power in my hand to cause them worse harm than what they caused me. See, what you say about me and what you do only is going to go so far. But you let someone have your valuables and see how far you get, and how it's kind of difficult if you lose something that's very personal to you, lose some of your personal information. So time went on, and I found it, and when I saw them the next day, because we were at this event for so many days, when I saw them the next day, I walked up to them and I gave it to them, and they started crying. They hugged me and they said thank you, because they started telling other people about me and what I had did. It's all because that's a perfect example of your enemies cannot hurt you. Learn to embrace them and learn to love them. Whenever you catch a person being very hateful and very mean and very angry and very hateful towards you, here is what I want you to understand. That person has something in their life that they're not happy with. They have low self-esteem. They're going through something. Did you not know that 95% is somewhere in that percentage of rich people don't gossip? Watch this. 95% or 93 or 94, somewhere in the 90 percentage of poor people do. Whoa. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear the statistics that I just gave you? So I said that to say, whenever you catch people being hateful and mean for no reason, using unnecessary energy to stop you or to block you, it's only an obstacle to keep you from reaching your full potential. Because they don't feel like they have anything in them, that they can do anything good. So therefore, they want to make you believe the same thing. They want to have you being the same way. Your enemies cannot hurt you. Learn to overlook your enemies.